don't wanna fall again. This just hurt me. Just think about it. But you hold me like you don't wanna break. I need some space. Just think about it. Maybe separate is better. I will love you till forever.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Messy Street Studio. I'm coming to y'all with another video, but it's pretty much gonna be a little bit sad today. I wanted to talk about Hydeia Broadbent. She was the little girl who premiered on Oprah, and she was talking about how she contracted HIV, and basically how she contracted it is her mom was doing a lot of drugs, and she was just being not responsible, and she was born with it. Like, if you have that stuff, you can give that to your baby. So one thing that I can say about Hydeia, that she never really bashed her mom, which most people would be pretty much cussing her mom out, like, how could you do this to me, how could you do this? She never did that. We never seen her ever bash her mom for that. She just always told how she contracted HIV. But after that short time of her being on Oprah, she brought Oprah to tears. Like, Oprah was literally crying. I mean, I was crying too. It wasn't a dry eye in that studio audience. Everybody was crying to hear that little girl. But let me tell you something. She had so much confidence. She had so much uplifting words to even adults. And she went on to be an advocate for AIDS. Like, she traveled and talked about, how to be safe, and if you do get this disease, how to deal with it. Because a lot of people, she had her own little YouTube channel. A lot of people would ask her, like, how do you get through it? How do you get through days? And she would tell them. She would uplift people. But she passed away. She was 39. And she passed away on a Tuesday. I think they said she went in her sleep. And I know a lot of people are like, well, how is it that there's other people that have the same disease and they live longer lives? Like, you have Michael Magic Johnson, and he found out that he had it. But the thing about it is he has HIV. HIV is the virus that causes AIDS. He has HIV. It's totally different when you get full-blown AIDS. That's a totally different thing. You can be taking your medications and everything, and stuff just start falling downhill. But yeah, she passed away, and her father, um, Loren Broadbent, announced her passing on Facebook. And it said, with great sadness, I must inform you all that our beloved friend, mentor, and daughter Hydeia passed away today after living with AIDS since birth. He wrote, despite facing numerous challenges throughout her life, Hydeia remained determined to spread hope and positivity through education around HIV and AIDS. And they said, as an infant, Broadbent was abandoned at a University Medical Center of Southern Nevada in Los Angeles, and later was adopted by her father, Loren and Patricia Broadbent. it was presumed that Broadbent was born with HIV, but she was not diagnosed until the age of 3. So, oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible, y'all. Now they said that Hydeia will initially tag along with her mother, a social worker, as she began speaking publicly about HIV and trying to reduce the stigma surrounding the virus at that time, especially for the sake of children who have been diagnosed with it. By age 6, the elementary grade schooler began to speak to eventually taking the hymn. I like printed out the article, but that's her right there. She is very beautiful, very beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. Now she said when she had found out that she had HIV, they didn't really have the type of medications that they have now. Like the medications were not as advanced as they are. They said Broadbent became a fixture in HIV/AIDS advocacy before medications became available that could make living with HIV, the virus that causes AIDS, a more manageable chronic illness. Now, when she was speaking, they said that Hydeia began to sob, pleading, "I just want people to know that we're just normal people." Now, that was her when she was on, when she was with Magic Johnson, and man, that really broke me down. When I seen that, I was like, "Oh my God, that was a lot to deal with." I mean, she was so young, guys. That was a lot to deal with when you're that young. But she was definitely a brave little girl. Let me see if I can find that episode. She was definitely a brave little girl. And she had a lot of positive stuff to say. And I seen like one of her last videos. She did look very tired. But she was still in good spirits. She was still very positive. Let me see. I think here it is.
In my brain, I had symptoms of AIDS. When I turned 5, I had symptoms of AIDS. Mm-hmm. I had fungus in my brain, blood infections, pneumonia. I went cold blue a couple of times. And that's when I was about 5, they said I was full-blown AIDS. And right now I'm doing really good.
What's the hardest part for you, Hydeia? Living with this disease.
Basically, that's like when your friends die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the hardest part is you love them. You always lose a friend to AIDS. Hard, but especially, I don't think it's real hard.
And that's her right there.
When I turned 5, I had symptoms of AIDS. Mm-hmm. I had.
So she said one of the hardest things for her was that she had friends that had the same disease as her, and watching them pass away was very hard for her. It really hurt her. So when she started to get older, she was like, you know what, I'm going to make a difference. This girl made a difference, y'all. She spoke to people. It's just so sad. I just don't. I will never understand. I will never understand how it is that people do so much bad. You had people, criminals, that do so much bad, and they're always. It seems like they're always celebrated. But you have a person like her. I didn't even know she was doing. I didn't even know that she was an advocate, because I never really. It really it touched me so bad that I was just like, I mean, I was just like frozen. I was just like, sometimes I can't look at stuff like that, guys, because it just makes me so emotional. But I just don't understand how all these people out here, they can do so wrong, so bad, and they end up living long and fruitful lives, while the good people, they something always happens and they end up passing away. It's not fair. It's not fair. I never understand it. Cause I would rather be in this world with good people than be in this world with a bunch of bad, backstabbing people, negative people, people always having something to say. That's why I said this year, guys. That's why I said this year, I don't care what nobody say about me. I don't care what nobody say about me. I'ma do what I want to do, and if you don't like it, you don't have to watch me. You don't have to watch me. You'll be blocked. Because there's a lot of people that like watching my content. There's a lot of people that love to hear what I have to say. And if you're not that person, you can just get on. It's easy to not click on my videos. It's easy to not subscribe to my channel. You can unsubscribe. But I just told myself this year I'm not going to be in no competition with anybody. I don't want nobody contacted me talking about, hey, if you do, I don't care what you thinking I can do. I'm gonna improve myself. I don't need your help to improve. I forgot who it was hit me up talking about, oh, somebody told me give you a little bit of pointers of what you can do. I don't want no pointers of what I can do on my channel. I have more views than the person that's telling me to do this. How are you gonna tell me to do something when I have more views than you? Like, I don't want to feel like I have to be in competition with people. I'm not competing with nobody for these years that I'm going to be living on this earth. I'm not going to compete with nobody. I'm going to improve myself where I know I need to improve. And I'm just going to keep going and do what I came to do. And continue to do what I came to do. But I'm not going to be in competition with anybody. I'm going to do what I want to do. If I want to go sing knowing that my voice is messed up, I'll go do it. Whatever I want to do. Whatever I want to do. If I want to say something about somebody and I think they're doing something wrong, I'm going to say it. I'm going to do what I want to do. That's what I'm telling you. I'm going to do what I want to do. And if you're not with it, you know where you know what you can do. Okay? So, let me see if I can find the video with her with Magic Johnson. Cause she went and spoke with Magic Johnson too.
I've been living with this disease now 20 years. The hardest thing is to still feel that you're this healthy guy, but everybody's telling you you're not.
Maggie directing traffic. Maggie pulling them off. Make sure we had somebody that was bigger than basketball. Someone that you could like the game, but love this person.
That I want people to know that we're just normal people.
Oh, God. You don't have to cry.
My life just changed.
The news is so shocking and so unexpected, it is difficult to absorb it even as we report it.
I just hung up the phone and I just leaned back and I just said, what did I just hear? My feeling was, dang, he ain't gonna live long. Dead man walking.
At that time, I just went numb. I just went numb. He wiped away his tears and told the world.
Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers.
So, I think that I don't know how Magic Johnson got. Let me see if I can find out how he contracted it. Cause a lot of people, as soon as you say you have it, they about, oh, you was a hoe, oh, you was this. Some people, no, because there was a guy by the name of and we'll talk about him. Let me see, how did his name was Ryan White. If you haven't heard that story, you can watch his story too. But when people didn't know what it was and how it was spread, he pretty much, they didn't want him going to school with their kids. There were a lot of ignorant, mean adults, and this was a child. So it's a whole bunch. See, that's why you had to do your research. Hold on, let me see. So people are saying different things. Like they said some Instagram post falsely claimed that Johnson contracted HIV through hepatitis B vaccine program, but then they said in over 30 years since his diagnosis, Johnson and his wife Cookie has repeatedly affirmed that he contracted HIV through sexual intercourse. So yeah, especially if you're a big time person, like you have a lot of money, you're very successful, you have to be careful of men and women. Because if they know that it's not going to work out with you, if they know it might be a little bit of possibility that it might not work out, they going to try their best to do something to destroy your life. And that's the worst way you can destroy somebody's life, by knowing that you have that shit. Knowing that you have a deadly disease and just up and sleeping with somebody. Like, that's crazy. But what I did want to say about is that Hydeia said she had a relationship for 10 years. And she was telling, she wanted to educate people and let them know that just because a person has HIV, if they're undetected, she said that you can sleep with them and you not catch it. But I don't know how many people still be willing to do that. I mean, a lot of people like, I don't care if it's not undetected or if it's. I'm not gonna catch it. I'm not gonna chance it by possibly, doing that. But yeah, there are some people that's negative, and they're with a person that has HIV, like Cookie and Magic Johnson. Cookie does not have it, but Magic Johnson does have it, and I mean, I guess I don't know if he's undetectable or what, but I don't know. You can't tell people who to be with. That's what I'm saying. You can't tell people who to be with. If this lady, she probably loves Magic Johnson. It probably wasn't just about his money. Cause most time, if it's about people's money, they gonna leave you. Especially with this type of diagnosis, they gonna be like, I'm out of here, get their money and roll. But that's not what she did. So you can tell she really loved him, and she stuck by him through thick, thin, or whatever they was going through. So guys, let me end right here, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a second part, and we're gonna talk about the rest of this. So guys, stay tuned, like and subscribe my channel. Also hit that bell notification so you won't miss the next one, the next video I upload. We're gonna talk about Ryan White. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Stay blessed, and guys, just be safe out there. Stay blessed, and do what you want to do as long as it's positive, as long as it's good. Don't worry about what people say, because in the end, you're going to be at the top and they'll still be at the bottom wondering, how did that happen? I talked so much negativity to that person, but you just shunned it out. You have to shun it out. You have to ignore it. You have to say your affirmations every day. I'm going to start saying affirmations to you guys every day so we can get you guys on a positive note, so we can get what we want to get this year. But I will see you guys later. Bye bye. Love you.